Now fucking come over here where it's safe. That's it, mate. Come on.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Clarence, mate, you alright?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Fuck, get out of there.
Fucking hell. Poor cunt.
Oh, yeah, Clarence, mate, yeah, she'll be alright now.
Yeah, mate.
Jesus.
Just hold on.
Oh, no. Fucking early. Fucking that scene of War of the Worlds? Have you seen War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
And the lightning's just fucking constantly coming down and fucking hitting. The fucking tripods come out and they fucking start killing
You're missing
everyone.
a once-in-a-lifetime sighting here. Major lightning concert.
Hey?
You're missing the whole thing, cunt.
You seen the original War of the Worlds?
Yeah, Steve.
Clarence, I'm fucking sorry, mate. What can you do? Holy shit. Oh, God.
Just hang in there, mate.
It looks like he's still breathing. He's still breathing.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up and we keep fucking trying.
You're right, Donny.
Now, who the fuck are you, mate?
I'm Clarence Claymore.
Who the fuck are you, mate?
I'm Clarence Claymore.
Say it with your fucking chest.
I'm Clarence Claymore.
Show me what you got, mate.
Take that.
Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.
Now do the $20 hit, man.
That was all my money.
You're fucking doing this, man. Holy fuck. Holy fuck! Stop yelling at me.
Daddy's got the fucking sugar now.
In on 17 black.
Oh shit, Giggle, you're crazy, man. 17 black.
Let's go.
Crazy, dude.
Let it ride.
Wait, what? What?
17 black.
Oh my god, heck
shit.
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go home now.
Let it ride.
Okay, stop, Giggle. Stop. 17 black.
Let it ride.
You can stop now. 17 black.
Let it ride.
You can stop. Stop. Giggle.
The house always has the edge, Roy. The house is edging. Fuck Vegas. Fuck yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell.
What are you guys doing?
Shut up, Ugg. We're fucking crypto gurus.
You're literally buying coins because the names make you laugh.
Okay, now type in shit, piss, fart, poopy, butt, ass coin. See what comes up. Yeah, okay. I just bought it.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Let's fucking go. We made 100K.
What?
Broski, the market is so red, I thought my MacBook was bleeding.
This is the end, cuz. Yesterday I was a millionaire, today I'm a slum. This is not a dip, this is a black hole.
Imbeciles,
they
have no idea. This is not a black hole, this is the beginning of a big bang. Why is Broski not panicking with us?
Yeah, why is he so unfazed?
Have you checked your wallet, cuz? The crypto is down 85%.
Allow him, Broski, he's still in denial.
Is it down by 85%? Or is it 85% off?
Oh shit. Nah, gang, not the hustler mindset.
Not the hustler mindset. Bro said it's not a crash, it's a discount.
Circumstances, but you can change your mentality.
Remember, brothers, the market sends his toughest battles to his most financially literate soldiers. When the Nasdaq falls, will you give up? Or remember that no amount of setbacks defeat a qualified mind? You see a dip and start to sell, but I remember that sudden emotions lack logic. Down isn't permanent. So I invest more into the S&P because I was born to struggle and persist.
Nah, man, how does he do
this guy knows something. Broski, was you in the board meeting with Donald Trump? So tell me, brothers, when the crops go dry, will you sell your land or sow more seeds, knowing that the harvest will always return?
He's really got that hustler mindset. Bro's got that JP Morgan mentality. That's that quarter zip discipline, cuz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, a few individuals that make.
I really think SRP could hit $10,000.
XRP definitely could hit $10,000. BlackRock is about to buy $9 trillion worth of XRP.
That's insane. Soulface, what do you think, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000%. XRP is about to hit $10,000, especially because of them going after the Swift banking system.
Okay, Kay, what do you think, bro?
Without a doubt, XRP to 10 bands, and the reason is XRP has intrinsic value. Bitcoin doesn't.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
XRP $10,000? No question.
Okay, cool. Luke, what do you think?
Absolutely. Wisdom Tree just recently filed an ETF. It's going to go berserk.
Okay, cool. Sage, what do you think, bro?
I think XRP could 100% hit $10,000 simply if they just take over the Swift banking system, which will put their market cap well over 1.2 quadrillion.
So you faded XRP at 50 cents, then buy at the top and panic sell? My own son.
I had to do it.
Fucking exit liquidity.
No one knew it was going to $1.
Imagine selling now. Honestly, man. Fucking imagine it. Looking at your fucking kids in the eyes and being like, you know what? I'm real sorry, my youths. Daddy fucking went and got a sex change. You know what I mean? No more big dick. Daddy got a fat pussy now, okay? You're a fucking weakling. Fuck that, man. I can't look my children in the eyes knowing that daddy fucking sold on dumps. On fucking dumps, man. You fucking idiots. Who the fuck is selling? Who? I don't know anyone selling. My team ain't selling. I know bag hunters ain't fucking selling. Gem hunters ain't selling. So who the fuck is selling? Michael Saylor buying. Grayscale buying. Elon Musk on the Tesla cash flow fund is buying. So who the fuck is selling? I tell you who's selling. Little weekend pussios that didn't even fucking want to be in this game anyway. Didn't understand it. I'm in it for the tech. Fuck off, mate. You ain't.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right.
But when you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might be.
How many chairs are you sitting on right now?
One.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on.
Oh shit, we're live. Back in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Going to zero.
We're back, first stream since Moon Gang, basically. Yeah, we're back. We just finished Charlie's show, and now we're on DCC's show, and it's about generational wealth in crypto.
I thought we were supposed to leave the market now, DCC, and we were never supposed to come back until about 2 years from now.
I never leave. No, I'll save the ear. I won't say that part.
The ear rapage.
The grape. But welcome you guys to my channel. You guys hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it's gonna be a doozy because apparently people don't watch full streams anymore. They just watch clips, and I'm taken out of context. I really got to make a out of context DCC.
Just bear it down only.
Like it's like, fuck him in the ass. Sell it all. Zero. Like we joked around with the guys in the crypto mindset course that like if there ever was like an AI scrub of what I've said on YouTube, it's like DCC thinks zero. It's going to zero. Zero. What does DC think about the price today? You know, there goes like your chart analysis, and then like DC, it's just going to zero.
Well, it's like, what do you call it? The autism on the AI is off the charts. You can't take a joke.
Yo, Miguel. What is your thoughts on Dash? Well, when Aster the Disaster and Hyper Liquidad was the meta, or I would say like when it's perp deck season.
For about 6 weeks.
Everyone was on it. Now we're in privacy era, and when that's over, bad.
It's been how long has it been going for now? Like maybe a month?
Yeah, actually, maybe. I guess when but like, okay, there's the moment there's a Zcash pumping secretly, and then there's like when everyone noticed it. There's kind of a a thing there.
It's
so
true.
like, I would put it when Zcash finally got above like $200. Did I really see a lot? So like,
when it.
I forgot I'm on Charlie's channel.
I wasn't pulling it up here. I was just looking at
it
it on my side. Yeah, above $70. It's like, okay, it's on a breakout, and probably like people really started talking about it. Yeah, probably you're right. $200. Yeah.
And speaking of my cut, I'm at 250 flat right now. It's starting. Yeah, the one annoying thing as I'm cutting. I'm fucking, my beard is coming in like crazy, bro. I'm getting so annoyed shaving. Good. Well, sort of. It's so fucking, I'm getting so much, like, it's so annoying to shave the beard now, like to the point, like, I'm growing hair like Wolverine, dude. It's so bad.
What I usually do is I just don't like
shave it all.
I just don't shave it all. I mean, you trim it up.
Right.
Because you can't not trim it up. But you trim it up. Like I just shaved today for the first time in a while. It was looking pretty scraggly on the other few streams or whatever because I hadn't shaved for like a couple of weeks or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, like once a week at max. Like, I don't know, once I'm shaving like more than once a week, I'm like, what, am I like going to wear a suit and go to the office or something?
I mean, yeah, but true. That's true. But like, I will say this though, just before I forget, cause I go on tangents and I just completely forget and stuff. Let me hit it with the, all right. So now pay attention, you guys. A prediction I had said back in I think it was early 2023 or maybe at the end of 2022 when we went on Rolo's stream. I think it was on I just can't remember if it was like on a show or something. I got asked about it. I think Rolo had asked me, like, because we were going on the future of the red pill, right? And one thing that I said back then, I'm just trying to find the clip of it now. I had told he explained where he thinks the red pill's going. He was explaining basically that like we're in this political era for a while, and then as soon as it's over, within like 6 to 9 months of Trump this may have actually been in 24 now that I think about it. That as soon as it was over, the red pill was going to go back to kind of the normal stuff.
Basically. Yeah, back to basics.
Basics,
yeah.
Right? One thing I said is I think the next red pill area that was going to pump off was looks maxing.
Mm.
And I have been proven correct about looks maxing. Shout out to Clavicle. But there's about 4 or 5 influencers that are blowing up the looks maxing space. And this looks maxing comes from it's red pill. It's red pill adjacent. I would say it's probably like looks maxing is like, it was kind of like Mystery Method. Looks maxing was like, it was incubated during that entire time. It's actually even like, it was like So Suave and all that. So it was like, everyone was basically, how do I pick up chicks? Do I look better? How do I dress better? Peacocking. And then it evolved from there, then gym maxing. And now it's become its own community. It's been in its own community for a very long, been very underground. And it was a community. I think I'd said this on Rolo stream, that it really grew into its own thing from the black pill. Actually, black pill guys are very intelligent. And they committed to like maxing it out, and now it's become its own thing. And there's kind of like
aren't a lot of black pillars like the kind of guys that are like, oh, I look terrible, there's no way a chick would ever want to date me, or kind
and
of,
they're right. No,
there's a few of them probably, but like for the most part, I'm like, damn, that's like a pretty rough source if you're like like not even gonna try. But
stats maxing like starts maxing, and it's become its own thing and stuff like that. And I'm actually really happy because I've been reading into it forever. It's because it's like a side passion thing, because it's fine really, because like I found really interesting channels about like, you know, jaws, face symmetry and stuff like that. And then like it's grown into this whole thing. And then like I think I told the chat before about like, you know, you take estrogen, or I may have not said this, but you take estrogen blockers during puberty, you grow taller. And like I just recently saw Clavicle talking about that. I was like, wow, he's on his shit, dude. Because I've only heard the most obscure of bodybuilders talking about this.
Oh,
like,
he's just a bodybuilder YouTuber.
No. He's a looks maxer. Basically,
okay.
He's like, I was a normie, and now I've ascended to Chad. Chad does whatever he fucking wants. So he's basically the first. I would say he's probably the first Zoomer red pill celebrity right now. Right now, because he's like true Zoomer. He's like 19 years old, and like he's extended to Chad effectively. And he basically did it to himself. His mom and dad were bodybuilders, and he stole his mom and dad's testosterone and was injecting himself with 300 milligrams of testosterone.
What age?
14.
Oh, Jesus.
And his mom and dad's like, my mom and dad would find the drugs, steal it from me. I kept doing it. And eventually they just gave up, and it's like, all right, here, you're going to do it right. If you're going to do it at all. Because he's like, there's no way you're going to stop me. I'm going to keep doing it. and then he was like, Jack, his dad's or mom's estrogen blockers. And he's crazy. But look, knowing what I know about bodybuilding and knowing about looks maxing, obviously I'm applying some of it. Obviously some of it I've not been applying. I'm applying now, but hearing this stuff, I've listened to some of his interviews, and it's 95% accurate to like the other 5% is basically on the moral side of where you stand on it, really. Exactly. But if you just think logically for most of it, it's almost all true. But that's actually like been my speculation of why Baron's so taller than his dad, actually. Like there, I mean, anyway, I'm not going to go into all that stuff, but there's been doctors out here. But pretty much, if you take growth hormone along with not a crazy dose, but a moderate dose of like estrogen blockers, basically you will grow about 1.5 to 3 inches taller than you would have actually. Which is I've lost more than that. I've gone down from 282 pounds. Could have been 280. The last time I weighed myself at my peak was like 282, but I could have been 286.
Yeah, so you lost a good chunk of weight.
Yeah, I got
like, 35 pounds.
Yeah, 32-ish pounds.
That's good.
Yeah, I lost some good amount of weight.
Over what time period?
Maybe 2 months before the crypto mindset course, like
Okay.
video launches. So like
healthy.
4.5 months. 4.5 months. So yeah, what does that mean? What does that equal up? Like 8 pounds a month? 7 pounds a month. Yeah, that's not bad. But his parents were bodybuilders. Yeah, he had a head start. Also, access to the internet. Like the thing is like Clavicle would have never been, if the internet did not exist how it exists today. Like it's sort of that thing.
Broke nigga alert. 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 Broke nigga alert.
Wonder Woman, you will not stop me.
The best part of that is the
That's the only Frankie meme that's funny to me. I hate all their Frankie memes. I bet you I made the guy and like the guy, but like I'm like, oh my god, dude, StreamYard literally crashed. Like their whole network crashed.
Literally,
we just saw a bunch of shit of other YouTubers that are live right now, and they were like, "What happened?"
Yeah, it had the 404 on their website and everything for a minute. Yeah,
I've never experienced StreamYard crashing.
No, literally. I mean, we were about to sign in directly on the YouTube studio.
Yeah.
And we would have been able to stream from there. But then we were like, let's try StreamYard one more time because, once you go full YouTube, right, you never go back.
The coincidences of this has happened a lot on my streams. It's kind of insane.
Really?
Like from internet going. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, we had a bunch of, we had a few technical issues during my stream too, but nothing that rugged the whole damn thing.
All right. So back to it. Estrogen blockers and growth hormones only works during puberty. Sorry, and that's actually one of the reasons. Like he even said, like he's like, I think it worked because he's like, because he said his dad's kind of tall, but his mom's kind of like shorter and stuff like that. Because his dad's like Chad.
Does he have any brothers or sisters?
I don't know. You know, but anyway, we're back and stuff like that. But like a lot of what he says is actually true, and like the Zoomers are a lot more black pilled. It's like we got more hope, while like maybe because we had a pretty like moderately nice like childhood, but like our adulthood was kind of fucked, just like the Zoomers.
Ever since like for the millennials, it was pretty much ever since we got to college or graduate from college. That's when the world got fucked up for us because it's like all of a sudden in massive debt.
Yeah, because like I got out of high school in 2009 and you kind of graduated college around that time too. So it's like we're like Jesus, you know. It was so bad, dude. My life changed so much. Like I literally thought I was going to go into construction. I'm not even joking around. Like I was ready to get this paper, dog. I was so ready, dude. If the construction didn't like maybe just lowered, it didn't crash how it did.
Construction B license, get your.
Oh my god, I think I'd be so much wealthier than I would be today. Like because I would just had the hell of money. Maybe I would have bought more stupid shit.
And it's an informational advantage, right? Like really, I think for young people, it's like getting exposed to as much good information as possible, but things they might be interested in is kind of what gives people a leg up because like. And then there's some things as a young person, you're just like, you're going to be like, nah, I'm not really interested in that right now because, you know, you're young and you're kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like for finance and crypto and stuff like that too, if the younger people can kind of learn about that stuff and figure it out a little bit, then, you know, once they do get to the point to where they're interested in it, they have a leg up. But a lot of these days, schools aren't going towards subjects that people are interested in, or even like giving you any sort of useful information about finance. Even like PE, like when was the last time they told you anything useful in that class? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, just don't be fat. You know, that's pretty much
it.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, Leo. He got murdered.
He got murdered in
Thailand.
Yep.
Who?
Leo Longevity. He was one of the three guys, same with Steve and More Plates, More Dates, Derek. They would have this like super podcast thing, would talk about all this pharmacology stuff.
And then apparently after his death, it came out that Leo was kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Allegedly, like the big egos and shit, everything like that. But like, that's actually some of the problem with some of these black pillar guys. It's still like it's sort of like guys who do on-chain data too much. Like, when it's like you look into the void too much, it's hard. It's hard not to, like their personalities kind of go dark. Like there's a bit of that, but like, yeah.
But how was he killed?
He was bashed. Basically, he was bashed over the head with a fucking 9-iron. Multiple times in
like
the bathroom.
A golf club.
Yeah, a golf club or the back of a toilet thing or something. It was like that bad. And like, and then it's fucking brushing under the rug.
Terrible. Nobody's just from like some like fucking thug or.
I think I know who, but I'm just not going to say it on you because.
Well,
yeah.
You don't even want to put allegations.
I think most people, they look in 3 seconds, will know exactly who did it, bro.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's murdered. Why? I don't know, dude. Like, supposedly, like he was fucking like acting crazy. He was like he would have spurts where he was like allegedly acting insane in Thailand, and then he was crashing out and like basically got into a giant fight with his wife, baby mama, and they took the kid away, and then he just fucking moved to Thailand like as a bachelor with no kid. It's fucked, dude. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Insane, dude.
Evil.
It wasn't an Asian who killed him, I bet. It wasn't an Asian, I'm pretty sure. And if it was probably the chick and they covered it up.
Or somebody that hired him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was hired. I think it was like
premeditated. Yeah.
Or maybe heat of an argument sort of thing, and then bah, bah, and then sheesh, dude, kind of crazy. But like, yeah, don't give your daughters that stuff because estrogen's needed for girls. But basically, the big risk with it, people are super afraid of, is like in the studies they were giving full like bodybuilding doses. Like most bodybuilders are taking like a tab every couple days to like half a tab a week or something like that for TRT doses, and they were giving full tabs to kids.
Yeah.
Like during the whole time. But like, but basically the whole thing is estrogen is really needed for its neuroprotective. If you crash estrogen for a long time during puberty, you could come out stupider.
Well, and don't people like kind of have mental issues too? Like they kind of feel like extra depressed or stuff if they have like their hormones off at such a young age.
Whack. Yeah, out of whack and stuff like that. There's a lot of that and stuff like that. But basically if you like, the way you're supposed to do it allegedly is like you're just basically just kind of retarded a little bit. Like you still have estrogen, but like kind of lower it down, not full stop it. And basically estrogen, when it spikes, it closes your bone plates earlier. So when testosterone goes up, you also spike your estrogen, right? That's how it goes. So by retarding it a bit longer, you basically leave a longer period of time while your bone plates are growing. So you can just keep growing, and then growth hormone just spikes it along basically. So so anyway, yeah.
Makes sense.
And it works better if you're naturally going to be taller anyway, so you get even taller. So it's like the benefits if you're not that short, you're going to be like if you're 5'10" genetically, you might hit like 6'1".
Not bad.
Yeah, but if you're like naturally 6'4", you might turn 6'8". It's that crazy.
Turn into Shaq.
Yeah, or Baron.
Yeah, right. How tall is he? 6'4"?
6'7"? No,
he's not 6'7".
Isn't Baron like giant?
Really?
He's massively. I mean, he's like good inches above his dad, and his dad's taller.
Yeah, I thought his dad was like 6'1", 6'2".
Oh no. He's like Baron. Trump's might be 6'3", dude. Literally, he's 6'9".
What?
Okay, now Trump's height.
He did look crazy bigger than
6'3".
Waller. Oh wow. Okay.
And you know they got the money.
Oh yeah. Well, especially now with the crypto.
Now watch this. Depending on where you do it too. Here's the other thing. Okay. Most experiments only did 1 to 3 years. 3 years was the absolute longest, and it was only with people. It was only like with a small group of 15 guys. The 3 year, and they got the most. They got about 1.5 inches to 2 inches on average. There was a couple outliers. 2 of the guys went 3 inches taller. Right. So imagine you ran it for 4 or 5 years. So like Baron maybe could have been still 6'4", but fucking 6'9".
Once you start going towards like anywhere near 7 feet, you actually shorten your lifespan.
Yeah.
Because of the blood to your heart and stuff like that, right? So yeah.
He steals the show when appears in public, huh? Oh,
yeah. I mean, he was like way taller than Waller, right? When I saw the picture with those two.
One of the few guys. I mean, Waller looks short.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is basically. But like that's something that I'm really passionate about. Been passionate about a long time because it's like I found that through like gym maxing, basically eventually I'd start getting to the pharmacology and all that stuff, and then I'd start finding looks maxing guys.
Right.
So like now that's because of clavicle and all these guys, they're going to fucking blow that shit up to the moon. And the 6'9" is insane. Like even my tallest ancestor
to dunk, you just literally need to go like that. You don't even need to jump.
Our great grandfathers, Kyle, like the tallest one was like 6'7", 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, even like anywhere before the 1950s, that was like more than
massive.
Giant. Yeah,
it's massive. Yeah, but anyway, crypto show. But generational wealth. Well, this is another way, like generational wealth. So the reason I wanted to call it this is because I've been wanting to go back a little bit to the basics of like dollar cost crypto, my channel, right, and kind of telling people like the weekly DCA or the bi-weekly. Like we actually did a poll one time with our guys actually, and I even asked them the question. I was surprised that it was like 70% of people get paid weekly actually.
Yeah, weekly or bi-weekly, right?
I was like, wow, because if you asked us like in 21, most people were getting paid monthly.
Yeah,
it's kind of more monthly salary jobs. So I was like, wow. So I don't know if that's because of like the how the economy is now. Maybe people have more jobs or something.
Or
but
people
like,
are doing more side gigs.
Yeah, but it's becoming more weekly, and like I know how to deal with that because I used to get paid daily, so I kind of have experience with this. Now I just make money hourly. But watch. I mean. There's a lot to gain there because there's something called soft maxing and there's hard maxing. which is basically like stuff you can do without having to use pharmaceutical drugs or surgery. And then there's like pharmaceutical drugs and like straight up like surgeries.
Right.
Right.
Breaking your shins.
Yeah. And actually, even the pharmaceutical side, I'd say like half of it, now almost 80% of it, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's the surgery side where it's like, that's where like the moral side is like, do you really want it? It's like, if you want to play with it, it's up to you. But like
double jaw surgeries, all that shit.
Yeah. And all that other stuff and height extension surgery. That's actually the most like far, like,
that one's crazy,
but they're getting better at it. And like, it's kind of dollar cost fitness. Eventually.
DCA your way into six pack.
Dollar cost maxing. That'd be actually a great name. But this has all come down to the thing me and Charlie have talked about this, and so has Rolo, halo effect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've said this a long time. The better you look, the more easier life is.
Yeah.
Just like with girls, it's the same thing with girls. The hotter the girl, the better the easier the life. Same thing with the dude. It's just like it's rare for the guys. Though.
People are generally nicer to people that are good looking.
Yeah. I'll answer that in a minute, but that's what it is at the end of the day. So that's why but the red pills always push working out. So that's what we're like red pill and looks maxing have kind of like gone up, but the roots are in red pill, but it's kind of got like a black pill stint of it. But like the looks maxing is kind of hope in the way, or like they would call it dope instead of cope. But yeah, it's been taken over. So I'm glad that's going to be a really popular thing for, I guess, the next 2 to 3 years before it turns back into the political stuff in 28. Because like, that's the first time, like the red pill still is kind of running on like political stuff from like, I mean, probably like if you look at what like Myron, even like or anybody else in the red pill right now is kind of like still in that lane of like,
their party
politics.
did win.
Yes.
Right. And so if their party didn't win, they'd probably do a harder pivot on that. Right. But because the Republicans did win, they're kind of keeping with the network that they cultivated.
Yeah. I watched a Somi vid with Saint and Wolf. What does it say?
I don't even know who those people are. Saint.
I think I know who that is. Yeah. I've seen him. I've never talked to him, I think, but I've seen him on YouTube, on Twitter and stuff. But mention how the economy is doing good, but our actions are proving otherwise, and vice versa. In 21, it's hard. Well, 21 is like very different. Like the economy was doing okay because we're recovering, but like
people had a lot more money in their pockets too.
Also, more people are at home and getting paid still. So it all comes down to money printing, and a lot of money was printed. But yeah, man. But Myron's on the other side, but not Myron. Sartain's on the other side. He's on the status side of it, where like he's trying to status thing, and actually like Clavicle is going like, that's status is important, but like looks are even more important.
Yeah,
and
but
like
he's gaining status.
That would actually be a really good that would be a really good conversation and stuff like that. But I would probably lean. Let's be honest, like looks are more important.
Looks are always
because it's faster.
Well, it also depends like what reaction you're looking for, right? Like, are you looking for like, just like let's say you're a prince,
okay,
right?
Well, this because people know
like what's his name, Harry,
yeah,
or whatever. He's fumbled so bad.
Oh yeah,
so bad.
With his money, dog. I mean, I would.
Oh, he should have been.
I would have flew the Turkish doctors to the UK.
see, exactly. So that's like
to me.
That's the interesting part there, right? Even though he's not that good looking, right? Like he could have improved it. Obviously,
he was good looking,
but he already had the status at such a level that, like, if it's that level, it's like okay, that trumps a lot.
So
of
this
shit.
is what the looks maxers say, which I do agree with them. Is
but his wife does not respect him whatsoever.
Right. So
that's where
the looks maxers are like, let's just say the self improvement looks maxer, all that like juice together is that they're going off the thing if you're a normal person. So if
everybody starts at the same level,
Well, yeah. So let's just say you're trying to improve yourself, right? So there's this whole thing. It's easier to lose weight and get into really good shape than it is to create status for some people. Now, obviously, some people in like that space would disagree.
Well, if you're a homeless bum on fucking the street or something, it's gonna take you a while, right? To get it. Let's say you're like a super in shape bum and you're decent looking, right?
Yeah.
Like you get washed up a little bit, you're in a better spot. But still, in order to get the status or the money side, like it's going to be like a few years, where you have to try to build that up.
Right. But yeah, exactly right. But the thing is, it is hard because it's like in order for money is very important. But then there's a certain size of it. If you're just rich and kind of ugly, you're kind of bait a buck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Right. If you don't understand, like if you don't try to learn the whole red pill stuff on the way there, you're gonna get so fucked by
And
the time you get there.
The looks maxers, I think,
Like a
are
caution, right? Oh man, that's so bad.
I mean, it's what they
So
talk about.
bad.
What Rolo always
It's-
says:
that one's so
genuine
bad.
attraction.
Yeah, that's why we always push the red pill. Like read Rolo's books, learn the basics. It's sort of like learn like the basics without like getting too off a course, and then learn all the other stuff from there, because you need that worldview. But the problem is that what's going to happen with like the looks maxing of like clavicle, because I think he does understand the red pill and stuff, but like a lot of his followers and other people, what's going to happen with them is that they're going to just go into it just on the looks maxing side of it, and it's like there's kind of, I don't know, like moral. I don't want to say like Christian morals or whatever, but like there's going to be a lot of that lost in translation. And it's some like that guy is much more like good parents, you know, had mom and dad there. He had like a lot of like good basings there for himself, and he's a smart guy. And so he's able to hold himself together and understand what he's doing. There's a lot of people that are very mentally off. They'll do it and it's going to lead to them. But like, there's nothing you can do about it. Same thing is like, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy these long-term assets over a long period of time. No one wants to hear this part. You can get rich in crypto. Like you can get rich in crypto in the short term, but realistically, if you're in crypto for 8 years and you're really buying the best assets over the long term, you are going to get rich for sure.
Yep.
But the problem is that
and you'll
people don't
probably
want to hear
stay
that.
wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people don't want to hear that because it's, I want to get rich now.
Correct. Tomorrow or yesterday.
Oh, nice. But wait, the worst part you don't know what he thinks that all the vids, like he has not been on social medias at all.
I saw one, like I was showing DCC before the stream. I saw one so bad, like about
which one? There's so many.
Yeah, the one lasering off bruises off her ass.
That's a new one.
That's the newest one.
God.
I was like, okay, I'm like, you know, it's like the Onion, right? Like you read a news article, you're like, is this satire or not? You get to a certain level, and I'm like, if this is not satire, bro, like this, somebody needs to call the fucking suicide hotline for this guy, because good God, he might be jumping off a bridge at some point.
The only way that they could turn this around is if like she had a secret twin sister and he married the twin sister, and it was like, no, that was my twin who was doing the show. Now
Yeah.
that's the only way I
I'm
see
like,
out of it.
yeah, I'm just like, because it reminds me of like Jack Doherty, fucking, you know, all these stupid, you know, Neon, all these Sneeko, all these stupid social media influencers who basically go in with just drama, trying to get views. Okay, we got enough views now. I don't care if the new viewers, you know, think I'm a cuck or not, whatever. I still got more viewers, right? That's like a destiny strategy.
So and that's where like the status side, it's true. If you have enough status, if you get enough clout, you could be ugly. I don't think Neon's like ugly, but he's just like a normal, he's just like a kid.
Yeah.
Basically. He's just a kid who's famous and you
like,
get pussy. It's true.
Well,
You're
it's like,
famous.
why is he famous? For no good fucking reason.
If I made
Same with
3
Jack Doherty.
back-to-back, like let's say I made 3 if I was the star of like 3 back-to-back like movies, like on the level of like Maverick, the new Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have coochie falling from my fucking pockets.
Yeah.
Like,
What was the guy who
you know?
played like the main jet fighter? He's a comedian. I've seen him on a few different things.
Oh, the blonde guy, the blonde younger guy, or which one?
I think he had brown hair, but I can't remember.
Okay.
But like, he's a pretty good looking guy. I mean, I've seen him on SNL before. I've seen him on like different areas as like a guest star and stuff like that. And like, I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking the perfect movie to like kind of be in, because like it's so iconic, right? You only have 2 of them. It's not like they're making like 20 different Top Guns.
And even Myron's backed off a little bit on that. Like, it's just like, it would be better if you did smash a lot of women, but at least if you dated you don't have, you could stay a virgin. He said this even on the show we were on, actually. Yeah. You could stay a virgin, but you just because you're a virgin doesn't mean you can't date a couple women. You could date multiple women and just decide like, you know what? I would like to have sex, but I want to wait until marriage. That's totally okay if you want to do that, but it would be better if you dated a couple women before doing it.
Yeah, at least
right?
know like, you know, what's going to happen.
Yeah, her saying she was a virgin. It's just, this is why the red pill is so important. And like, you don't have to take, and obviously look, the top streamers in the red pill sometimes take it for over dramatic effect, because that's what you have to do today in society to push it.
Yeah.
But like, there's a middle road here where you don't have to go that crazy, but like, it's very important. This is why we push the red pill so much, even in crypto, because it's like, we're ripe to like, you make a bunch of money, you can get steamrolled, you can get dog walked really bad.
Yep.
Right.
I think Eric in the chat said maybe not an A-S-S version. According to her.
You're talking about that? Yeah, that was huge in the Christian evangelical side. Oh yeah, I'm still a virgin. And the pussy, you're just not the asshole.
I'm like, which of these ones do we press? I don't even know where to start on it. Like, it's like,
yeah, that one. Still grinding, you guys. But.
Oh man, I think the video was her going to a doctor, lasering off bruises off her ass, and she's like, "Are you single?" Oh, so bad. So, I'm like, that's how I'm like, there's no way this is 100% real. It's got to be some sort of scripted bullshit because there's just fucking no way.
Yeah. Guys, it's a good distraction combo away from the market. I'm talking about the market. Don't worry, man. Like this whole thing is about going back to the basics, but it's like, look, long term, I believe in Bitcoin. I believe in Ethereum. It looks like it's pretty because of what's happening right now in the market with like IPOs and treasury companies and ICOs and ETFs. Like Solana is going to survive until the next cycle, even if we've had multiple times where Solana like froze and then restarted up, and that doesn't kill it. So buying Solana at the low. So it's like you make these long-term DCAs, right? Because Solana's all-time high was like, it tapped $300 for a second. It's down to like 130, 140 right now. I haven't looked at the price right now, but
for which one?
For Solana.
Oh yeah, it's about 140. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have a long-term DCA into these projects. So you could like set up 50% of your DCAs into the long-term holds, the Bitcoin, the Ethereums, and the Solanas, and then the rest of your money into more speculative stuff, or just go heavier on dips. And you're going to build a very big nest egg for yourself. And not even just that. Imagine like taking profits in 29 or maybe in the middle of the 2030s. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money because we could have a multiple 100,000, maybe even $1 million Bitcoin in the 2030s. Even if Bitcoin, let's go in the most conspiratorial of all conspiracies right now, because people like, you guys don't understand, man. The Bitcoin OGs are selling off their Bitcoin and buying Zcash right now, and it's all over. But even the Zcash guys are like in that conspiracy theories, like they're going to hop over to Ethereum's going to become the main one, and Zcash is going to be one of the top ones, along with some other ones. And that's actually possible too. It's I doubt it
over several years.
I doubt it though. Like it's like Bitcoin's going to be down to 30 grand, and it's Ethereum in top place, and then Zcash and a couple of like.
Anytime I hear of the flippening, I'm like, all right.
But this is like a weird flippening where like it's like we're dumping Bitcoin into a real like cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Anytime I hear that shit, I'm like, what do you call it? It reminds me of what do you call it? Bitcoin Cash, BSV, different stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I could see that, but I doubt it. Like I'd rather it prove it to me first. But doesn't mean it's not a bad thing to like. For example, like in 2023, right? We had Bitcoin bottom in November, but most altcoins took about the first half of the year of 2023 before they started getting any momentum. So like there's a difference between where you buy Zcash, where you buy Bitcoin, where you buy Ethereum, Solana stuff, right? So for Bitcoin, you're like if you're going to go strict 4-year cycle, you're looking at October of next year, right? Then Ethereum and Solana. Ethereum you can buy in tandem with Bitcoin because it tends to be correlated almost directly. Solana, I'd have to look at the chart. I can't remember how delayed the low was this time, but it was a little sooner than a lot of altcoins just because it's a major cap. So,
but there was a lot of drama behind it too with the FTX stuff,
right?
Well, like with the Solana stuff. Yeah,
true. But going back to dollar cost averaging, right? I would say Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like once you get the Bitcoin low in, you can average in maybe over. Like it depends on how long. Like let's say September 26th to January of 27. Let's say the actual low happens in October. You can do like that dynamic DCA where like let's say we get certain metrics that are telling us no, lows probably close to in. You can go heavier, but then you can have still that wider DCA. And then for Ethereum, right, you can kind of do almost the same thing at the same amount of time. But then Solana, I would delay it I would still buy some, right? Maybe 20% of what you want at that same time. But then I'd take the other 80% of what I want with Solana. And the next 6 months, I would slowly DCA in just because, what do you call it? You sometimes get a little bit more extra time. You get a little bit extra discount. So you can be you can take more time with the others. And then something like Zcash, I'd probably wait until about after Bitcoin's had the low in for 6 months before I would really be trying to go in with any size into that. Because, it's still not, it's a top cap, it's a mid cap coin. I wouldn't call it a top cap coin yet.
Right. And then now there has been like Winklevoss obviously investing into Zcash, trying to get like 5% and stuff. It's the narrative right now. And then there's a lot of like kind of Israeli and other stuff in Zcash and stuff. And there's people like in the intelligence agencies that like it because I think it's basically is trackable, but there's like a shield wall part, but some people say that's not really it really. And like,
it's like, hey, this is private enough that the normies will like it. We can convince them that it's really good. And then, but it still is trackable enough that he will kind of know on the inside, right?
Right. The founders turn like into a
I forgot about that.
A lot of people tell me, I mean, if Litecoin, hey, shit, give me a pump. I mean, Litecoin, it has a treasury company. The founder and creator of Litecoin's back. He's running one of these treasury companies to buy $100 million of Litecoin. There's an ETF for Litecoin coming up. This is good. And Mimblewimble can be activated at any point in time as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And also the government is actually going to go much more pro crypto and kind of like deregulate and regulate at the same time on crypto, basically giving them like a 10, I've been saying this for like a long time, since 21. We need a grace period. Like for a long time, like the e-tech giants, right? Didn't have sales tax on the internet. Right.
Yep.
And that was a huge competitive advantage but they were mostly retailers, but like we need some sort of competitive advantage to let the industry grow here in the States. And it's at least for now, Trump's going to be in office until 28. He wants to grow us into the number one industry because one of the because we want to control AI and we want to control crypto is in the US side, because it's politically, economically, and I would say spiritually very fucking important that we do, but especially like warfare wise, at least on the AI side and crypto. It's very important that we dominate in these fields. So like Trump's going to go out of his way to make sure it grows, because it's like even if we bear market now and we come back in 27 and 28, like the industry should be bigger by then, that like the Democrats can't like fucking so huge, like we can't scale back much things now. Shoot, you know. Pangu. That's funny. But, you know, it's setting up these DCAs. You know, there's stories of a guy who DCA'd for the last 8 years, like $10, $20 into Bitcoin every day, and like made himself a millionaire in Bitcoin.
Yep.
That's crazy. Now, I think there was
I forget how much he's averaged in over that time. Like we could probably
look into it. Yeah.
Do the math. Yeah.
But a lot of the gains were made during those bottoms, those troughs were like incredible there. But like, I would like a 1031 exchange on crypto where like, maybe shortening it a little bit, like kind of like
if you stay within a DeFi realm,
Yeah.
like it's fine to switch between coins, but once you go into stables or something, like that's a taxable event or something like that.
Yeah, or like the one I like is this: like if I sell a like kind asset for like if I sell Zcash for Bitcoin, there shouldn't be no tax for that because I haven't turned it into cash.
Yeah,
yet.
you're staying within the blockchain.
We need to have a draconian law about selling crypto into stables, that being taxable, because like. That is what really caused, like, that's what's ended, like, we still had an incredible alt season in 21, but the alt season was nowhere near as cool as 17 because of stables.
Yeah, they're not going to want to make incentives too much towards helping the industry to basically go highly speculative until basically BlackRock's got all their bags, which will be a decade.
Right.
Yeah.
But for crypto. But the reason I'm scared about 1031 about crypto is that it'll cause weird things like as an example, let's just do a quarterly and a yearly 1031 watch. So what'll happen is, let's just say if you do a yearly, like you have 1 year, if you sold a crypto, you have to get back into the market in 1 year. It'll cause like huge, like,
right.
But it can cause a whole thing where like you can almost have like, depending on how bad the sell off is, you could have a thing where like crypto's good for about 1 year, like every other year will be good for crypto,
right?
Which is, I don't think that great. Versus a quarterly, it's like you may have 1 quarter bad, 1 quarter good, which is at least better than like a whole year being kind of shit, basically. And then there's the other side of that where like it's just if you can change. I think that if you can change back and forth, like if I just sell this asset for this asset, I still haven't like we have to like I would almost explain to Congress is like there's like AI, there's like crypto Miguel, and then there's like real life Miguel, right? Unless like I literally take cash out like and borrow into the real world, which will happen pretty soon. Like JP Morgan sooner, I think, is doing this for high net worth clients, and it maybe at some point, but like I could deposit my Bitcoin into JP Morgan, take a loan on it, and like have loan income. And that income, like the thing is like borrowing money on Aave, I haven't heard anyone be able to borrow on it and then move those stables off to the real world and maybe explain it on the tax side, like, hey, this was a loan, not income, because they may treat it as income. But if JP Morgan does it,
now it's official.
It's official and no taxes.
Yep.
And I like that. I like that a lot.
And they will mostly make any of these types of regulations mostly for Wall Street related products first. So yeah, it's going to go more towards that stuff because that's easier for them to regulate and control.
Yeah. That's actually the only thing I do like about TradFi a little bit is like, if I just like, hey, let me take a loan on this, give me an 80% LTV on it, or maybe like 87.7. Like there's like a limit. Like even Aave has like a point. There's like a certain amount of the max you could take out on a coin or whatever, right? Especially if it's going up a lot. JP's like, sign here on the dotted line, I'll give it to you. And that is a great way to get, I mean, living a tax-free life. Oh my God. When we can do that, you guys, oh my God, I'm so bullish, dude. That's what makes me really bullish. Miguel, they never listen to you though. Well, that's to their detriment. Like me and Charlie, for the entire bear market and the entire bull market we've told people in almost all the positions to be heavy Bitcoin, Ethereum. 50% on the more like, if you're really passive, to like the lowest we've ever recommended is like 30%.
Yeah.
To have like and 30 is still very high.
Yep.
Like we've told people like, hey, if you like Bitcoin, more Bitcoin, a hybrid version or all Ethereum, but like most people would be doing very well right now if they listen to that advice. But you know, if you want to risk it for the biscuit, there's a lot of upside, but the downside is terrible. We know guys that like went full meme coined, didn't take profits and are just Rexfilled, right? Or some guys went full, you know, GameFi. Well,
yep.
And no one told them to do so, but they chose to do so. It's risk management, but no one wants to hear that stuff like that. So, but you got to hear it. But setting up these DCAs, and you also got to think long term too. Like I've said this so many times. Like there's every bear market, right? Like so, even in 2019 when I bought like the Bitcoin low, right? I sent a certain amount of Bitcoin, Ethereum, put it away into the Treasury. I haven't touched that stuff. Still in 22, same thing. I put some away, haven't touched it. So I have like a piggy bank of stuff that that's been growing over time. I almost treat it like it's like a family trust of mine or something that I'm growing over time because that's like wealth I can pass down to my future family and my children that I'm having.
Long-term savings. Yep.
Yeah. And it's not going to change really. Like if you can buy them, as long as you're buying, the reason I don't recommend like obviously you can go full port Bitcoin, but like the way things are, like the one thing that does scare me a little bit is like we are getting governments involved and like weird things are pumping that like I do kind of recommend having like a multi-coin sort of long-term treasury like balance sheet. Like if you had asked me back in the day, I probably would have I still am mostly Bitcoin, Ethereum long-term, but like I'm adding like a Solana and maybe like a weird coin there as a long term, just because like things are just getting very weird politically and like big if we don't have retail next cycle, like VCs and banks and institutions and BlackRock are going to choose the winners.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether we like it or not. So like we got to play the game.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think
I feel like bad saying that. It feels weird saying that.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
Yeah, and there's some people are like, well, why let the banks in? It's like you can't
stop them,
right? And so like your open decentralized system is going to have players that you don't like come in eventually. It's kind of the same thing we were saying on my stream before, right? Even if there you go,
that's a nice one. I was going to mention that last one.
Even if you don't, what do you call it? What was I even fucking saying? I can't remember. Whatever.
Fuck.
All right. I seriously lost my train of thought there.
That's when we go back-to-back streaming sometimes. It's
yeah,
like,
I know. I'm like, oh shit, it was about a 3.5 hour stream on mine, and then we're about an hour in here. Brain's like shutting down.
Yeah.
This is how you know this is AI, Charlie.
I'm more convinced on Ethereum, like super long term, just because like too many banks and institutions have invested into Ethereum that it's going to be here at some form. Like I've even thought about doing this in the bear, not now when gold crashes. It's never going to crash. Yes, it is. It's cyclical. And when you show charts against like the M2 supply versus gold, look at that. If you had bought at the wrong times, oh my God, you were like just bag holding on gold forever and fuck silver. But like, but one of my best trades of selling my silver into crypto. Oh, that was one of the biggest dubs I ever did. And selling my stocks into crypto too. That was a huge one.
Yep.
But hype, if it survives, it could be incredible. And it is incredible. But that market, because of Binance getting into it and solidifying itself with Aster and the Ethereum Foundation and kind of VCs backing Hyper, these are the players now. So those could be huge ones to buy in the bear market at some point, right? Like I'll buy probably a portion of both of them. I'll probably buy both.
Yeah, and the way to kind of like I was saying before in terms of the lagging out of time, right? Start Bitcoin and Ethereum, then go maybe a little Solana, then after a little bit more time, go some alternative coins, right? That you think are in good spots. And like what really happened for Solana, right, was you're not trying to predict it. You're just basically trying to get a good entry.
Yeah.
So when the low happened, once it broke above $40, basically it was saying this chart's bullish, right?
Right.
And if you just bought that $40 mark, like you're sitting pretty basically this whole cycle. So for something like hype, instead of trying to predict, is it going to go off crazy next cycle or not? Just watch the chart. Once it's done with its accumulation phase, let's say October of 2027, right? Then from there, when it starts going up, it does its first major breakout of a downtrend, then go heavy basically there, or not heavy necessarily, but go in with a larger amount of what you wanted. And then you can let the market either prove your position right or wrong. And if you have 3 to 5 of those shots, right? And let's say 2 of them pan out, 3 of them don't, hopefully the ones that basically did pan out, like go up so much that it breaks, basically makes up for the other 3. But then you're not, instead of trying to predict the market, like this is the one that, I'm putting all in on this because this is the one that's going to move, then you kind of not only spread your bets, but even if they don't pan out like to be the best thing ever, you still got yourself in a good trading position. You're more likely to be able to take profits, even if it doesn't pan out perfectly.
And they probably gained a little bit, or at least you protected your capital, which is the important part, which is like, like I made money on stocks were basically for me, like that's where like I created the first wealth in my life was like I DCA'd into stocks for a long time. I was in kind of like ETFs, sort of like I was in a bunch of like ETFs, right, for a while, and then eventually I moved all that money into stocks. But I bought mostly blue chip stocks, and I took a couple shots on some like Fresh Pet and a couple other kind of coins. Fresh Pets did all right for me back in the day. Jack in the Box too, but I saw the Jack in the Box stock recently. Oh, fuck, it's bad. But I was bet like that one. The reason I bought Fresh Pet was because like I saw it was up and coming, and I saw it at Target.
What do they do?
Oh, it's basically like a frozen. It was like kind of one of the first companies that could sell like really good food for dogs and cats, but that was like fresh food that's like kind of like it's not dried food,
right?
And it's a little more gourmet and
maybe breed specific too.
Yeah, breed specific. Not breed for. Yeah, there's small dogs and big dog versions,
right.
but it's like super healthy, good food. But I mostly put it into. I was like, people aren't having kids. Because I was super into people aren't having kids or having pets, and then like I was getting to the red pill at the time, and then I was like, cat food lady. So I was like, So I was like, and it did really good for me at the time, and like I dumped all that money into crypto eventually after the 17 top. So when it crashed down, I used that money to buy in, and then like that was really good. That's another thing too. We've told, so this is something we tell for guys in the bear, and I think always tell people this, but like if we have a person coming in with huge amounts of money this late in the cycle, or have like a huge amount of savings, like we tell people like if you're going to put that money in, like DCA some now, but don't blow that whole nest egg right now. Blow it when we for sure have more of an edge in the market, which is like we've already dipped. Let's just say Bitcoin did dip down, like, oh, it's over, and we crashed to like 52,000, or we crashed down to like 30,000, somewhere in that range, right? You'd be more in a better position to go that like back up the Briggs truck at that point, because that's what I did. Is like as it was crashing down in 2018, that's when I was like, fuck it, let me take this 30,000, 40,000 bucks I have left in stocks, shove it into crypto, and then that multiplied for me, and I was like, geez, dude, that was so nice. And then like that's why, right? Dogs feeding cats, dog Chad. I'm a dog Chad. Like I get the cat thing, but like loyalty over everything, bro. Dogs are way better.
Yeah, dogs are way better.
Now, also the whole Michael Burry thing, I don't think he was liquidated. I think it's more likely he just ended it so he wouldn't come with the same bullshit he had with like what happened at Scion Capital during the housing crisis. Because like if you saw in the movie, right, like his investors like, what the fuck are you doing? Sell. We're gonna sue you. It was a huge headache. It's a huge headache. So there's no way Michael Burry's like broke out of cash. Impossible. No. Even if he was, the amount of people that would just like, hey, I'm starting, like he could privately raise money and probably put contracts on people. Hey, it is what it is. You're risking high risk. You're with me for the next 10 years. Okay. And then if it's a much more private one where he doesn't have to disclose anything other than like I send emails to my actual investors privately, I don't have to publicly disclose anything. He's free to do anything he wants.
Yeah, which he did. And then everybody's like, pull my money.
Yeah. Dogs go, if you die, dogs go out of the way not to eat you. Cats will eat you. That's just true, by the way. This is true. Things have to get really bad. Like if a dog,
if you're rotting in your house, basically, you're dead rotting. Yeah.
Dogs have been known to be like stand guard over like the remains of your body. Dogs have been known to like you die, they stay at your grave site.
Right. There's a what do you call it?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know the one in Japan? Hachiko?
Yeah. That was incredible.
The
he would take
Shiba
the
Inu.
train to go. Yeah.
Like that fucking. I think there was even a Richard Gere movie that's probably terrible in the 80s that they made about it. It was like this dog is so loyal to Richard Gere in the 80s.
But and actually, Murad. What's his name? Murad. He started saying this, and this is something that we were saying earlier. That like zero. I look for 0 for 1 moments, right? Like Uniswap is 0 to 1, Ethereum 0 to 1, Bitcoin 0 to 1. These things are like there was like it's like before and after Christ, right? So sometimes you have these revolutionary things that happen. That's like wow, the whole industry copies pastas, right?
Yeah.
So obviously Ethereum is like what everything's based off of, damn near, and then. But it took Bitcoin code to. It's like it took a Bitcoin crawling for Ethereum to kind of walk for like all these L1s and L2s to like flourish and do everything. Well, maybe not the L2s, but just for them to expand the technology. And then Astra and Hyperliquid are like this own thing now. That's is 0 to 1 moment having like perp dexes. But it took GMX to launch for them to actually like. I bet you they looked at GMX really carefully to see what worked, and then advanced it, right? But Pump.Fund was like a typewriter where like. I don't know how to code. I don't know how to do this stuff. Now you can make a meme coin. All you need is a GIF, a picture, and then you pay a little bit to Dex Screener or maybe anybody else, and then you're up and running on a meme coin in 10 seconds or in 5 minutes, basically. So, but it's made it to the point where like there's like 10 to 100 times more meme coins than there ever been. This kind of spread money out too thin a little bit,
a
lot, and. That sort of hurt the market, but it also made things much more viral as well. And like we're still getting celebrity coins. People don't learn. Shout out Neon.
And I saw that tweet. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
actually.
like Neon. Like you guys know, this guy's Neon's actually like Neon got kind of famous from being like, "Shut the fuck." He was kind of like he played on the whole Tourette's. Like I have Tourette's and like,
did he?
Yeah,
I've been watching his content for longer than 10 seconds. But
yeah, but I've been watching just like you'd see it.
No,
it
yeah,
pops
that's
up, right?
where I was like, I didn't know that part.
He used to crash out a lot more, but now that he's more famous, he does it less now. But he still plays like I'm a simp boy a little bit, right? Or like
I've
I'm
seen
a
that
dumb
part of it.
kid.
I didn't know
I'm
the
a dumb
Tourette's.
Yeah, he used to say "shut the fuck up" N-word. Or shit. He used to like say shit like that back in the day because he was trying
He's
to get
just
attention.
making shit up.
Yeah, he's making shit
There's
up.
no
right?
way, yeah.
And what he would do is like, and a lot of streamers have said this already. He's like, "Hey, before we go live, hey, I want you to know like this is an act." But I act kind of retarded on stream and stuff. Please don't take it the wrong way. If it's going to offend you, just I'll leave you out of it. But like you're not going to be on camera,
right? That's fair.
And he would say that to people
because
like,
that's actually fair. I'm like, okay, sure.
And so now he's doing less of it. So he knows he's an actor. He knows how to act.
Yep.
So there's this whole video of him going like it's basically like Iggy Azalea, or is it whatever her name is, Iggy is basically hustling Neon into making a coin. It's gonna be the best thing in the world. He's like, okay, you won't get any coin supply stuff because we're gonna pump it and stuff and everything. Motherfucker has back. Mother has back.
I'm looking at you like
Iggy. Iggy.
I'm looking at you like fucking sailors looking at Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Like, what did I just hear?
If you think that Neon doesn't have secret bags, then you're exit liquidity for. There's no way around. Like Iggy's got secret bags allegedly, and so does Neon allegedly. They do. Duh. Because why? Like Neon's really about all his. Like he's got, at least he's smart on this on the money side. He's kind of like not so stupid, but like you think he's not going to do. She's so famous. He's not going to do shit without getting paid.
Yeah.
We've met a lot of these people. Like it is at the end of the day, it's like give me this much and I'll do it. At the end of the day. So he's playing his own community. I think he raised a certain amount of money and stuff like that, but it is very difficult. Iggy, out of almost all the celebrities, he tried probably the hardest out of everybody. And at the end of the day, if Solana's season ends, then it gets fucking nuked. There's nothing around it. And she was like she was like transporting to Singapore fucking like cowboy stripper girls and doing stuff at events. She was at least trying and it did okay for a while, but like even her coin went to shit. So what do you think Neon's coin's going to do, dudes? It's going to go bad.
And there's no retail in this market, so it's even worse.
It's even worse and stuff. It's excellent. Neon's not exit liquidity. You're exit liquidity. It's like here, I'm going to play something for you guys. Do I have it?
Fuck yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell.
What are you guys doing?
Shut up, Ugg. We're fucking crypto gurus.
You're literally buying coins because the names make you laugh.
Okay, now type in shit, piss, fart, poopy, but ass coin. See what comes up. Yeah, okay. I just bought it.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Let's fucking go. We made 100K.
What?
Nah, dude, the $20 heat, man.
That was all my money.
Yeah, fucking yeah, it is, man.
Daddy's got the fucking sugar now.
Land on 17 black.
Oh shit, Giggle, you're crazy, man. 17 black.
Let's go.
Crazy, dude.
Let it ride.
Wait, what? What?
17 black.
Oh my god, heck
shit.
yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go home now.
Let it ride.
Okay, stop, Giggle, stop. 17 black.
Let it ride.
You can stop now. 17 black. You can stop. Stop. Giggle.
The house always has the edge, Roy. The house is edging. Fuck Vegas.
It's always so obvious in retrospect. In hindsight, it's always so obvious, right? Like, this reminds me when I made a 3X a few months ago on the thing I love puppies. Who could have known it could have rugged? Who could have guessed? Right? But sort of, but I've had to be more tradery this cycle. I'm still I've been so tradery this cycle that I had to almost come to Jesus moment. I got to get back to that DCA thing a little bit on my channel and stuff, but it has what's been saved my, if I didn't play trades and I didn't invest in this stuff, I would be so down bad on Sonic, or I would have never jumped in Pepe. I wouldn't have made a bunch of money there. I wouldn't have done Fat or Nobody or any of the other coins. I'm still buying Nobody and Roy right now. Still am. But you've had to do those things. But then also there's other times some of you guys get into we're in Peanut. Everyone losing their mind over a squirrel, right? Now, obviously, horrible. They shouldn't have killed the squirrel. That was really bad. But you had to have known this thing was,
not going to run forever.
Was not going to run forever, right? I've learned heaps of cycle. Yeah, but remember that every cycle is a little different. But this cycle is going to rhyme next cycle.
Yeah, but 90% of what you learn is useful at some point. Right?
But I forget.
That's your own damn fault.
But I forget.
Write it down.
Beta bucks, alpha cucks. Right. Have I talked about Richard yet? What is there to talk about Nanking? What do you want me to talk about, Franklin? You just list all the coins I've lost money in.
I could show you that clip.
Sure. What clip?
Remember the one I showed you before stream? Where was it?
Oh, was it no? That one or
no. Oh, I think I played. Yeah, I must have played it in the memes. Where was this one? Oh no, not that was Tate. No. Where was it?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, is this one with Ivan on tech? I think.
Oh my god, yeah, that's Go ahead, Kyle. If you or
I'm not. I have
or just send it to me. Just send it to me. I'll share it.
Okay.
Just send it to me on Twitter.
I think Twitter's not letting me do my chats without creating a new passcode.
Okay. Just send it to me on Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I've actually talked quite a lot about it and stuff like that. So if in the Citadel, I'm talking a lot about the Richard Hart stuff. So in the cash out course and in the crypto mindset course and stuff like that, I've talked quite a lot about it. I'm going to be jumping in more spaces. I'm actually planning on doing CMC spaces pretty soon, but we'll announce it. We'll let everyone know. It's going to be a lot of people in there. I'll let people from CMC up into the speaker role, as well as I'll allow some of my Hexagon brothers and some other streamers to go up there too. So it's going to be pretty cool. I've been jumping on some of the spaces. It's just really funny. They're it's really enjoyable to talk in spaces and stuff.
Yeah, I think you should have it now in the Telegram.
Okay. Let me look.
Just since it's topical.
Oh. This is actually a homie of ours. Actually, I'm not sure. I think we may have onboarded him actually into crypto.
Ivan on tech?
No, not even on tech.
Oh, the guy who's
I was like,
who of those two people in the video did you onboard?
I'm more OG than I thought I was. Tell me if you can hear the audio.
Bunch of volunteers.
Okay.
Making their shitcoin worth more. When they raised multiple billion, they got a bunch of volunteers making their shitcoin worth more. When they raised multiple billions of dollars, why does a company that's raised billions of dollars need fucking volunteers for anything? What? Because they can. Because people are so stupid. They're like, yo, we'll trade you real money for fake money. And then that's what they do. And so from the game theory perspective, what is the ideal profitable behavior for these entities, these ICOs that have raised shitloads of real money and dumped it? Is it to actually do the work and fulfill?
Classic Twitter, dog.
Twitter does that shit.
Stopped at 33 seconds, dog. Life path.
On their project? Or is it to just launch a new project? They got a bunch.
Sounds familiar.
It's pretty bad. Richard sounds so hypocritical on all his old shit to now. Oh boy. I know shit changes because if you look at some of the older stuff I did, right, and we've done, like we just have to evolve with the market. It's
yeah,
just
but
the
like,
truth. But,
yeah,
but
there's
like
a
that one
difference-
is so yikes.
Yeah, it's the difference
Yeah.
where you talk about how ICS basically fuck people,
Right.
and then you create.
Yeah, this is like some of his clips are as bad as like I'm a virgin and he's married to a fucking whore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like it's like such a contradiction. It's like there's a whole part of the movement where everyone's talking until Richard goes on stream and shit. Until Richard pumps the ecosystem, like everyone, everyone on YouTube should just call him Fat Man. Like thanks Fat Man. Like everyone in the YouTube chat in the comments like Fat Man's back, Fat Man, Fat Man. Like the whole chat says Fat Man to him.
He'd be a cry and never come back again.
No, he'll watch. I would bet you anything. Like, oh look, the account that started Pumped Out Tires created a new meme coin called Fat Man.
Well, that too, yeah.
At least that's doing something. Yeah. But like Who Kim Long. That's right. But look, I mean, it's still too early to see what's going to happen with stuff. I mean, I think it was a bad idea not to take cores, but I also understand why in a way, because it's like we've had some really terrible whales that, I mean, married to Jewish persuasions that have just taken tons of extra liquidity. So part of this is also to like, all right, you've cheated out all this money, put it back in over here on the Ethereum side because we're not going to take the cores if you want in. And they are going to count that. Like I've said, everyone's like, I'm not going to sack. And then like he comes back and streams and then like, you're going to sack. The sacks are low now. Like, sure, I think it just barely hit 1 million. Maybe. It's probably, I mean, if it just keeps the way it's keeping right now, it might end up at 15 million, could 45 million tops and stuff. But like, you know, Richard's probably going to repothecate Ethereum from Tornado.cash into it just to boost it up a little bit so he controls supply. But that's what he does always. So then that's not really out of the ordinary. But, you know, it's probably, you know, and he's probably going to provide liquidity on Ethereum. He's going to probably put a decent amount of liquidity on Ethereum, Solana, and a couple other chains. And it might be a multi-chain coin, but it's probably going to launch on Ethereum. I mean, where else would he launch it? I mean, like, and since he wants to be decentralized, it's going to be Ethereum. And where else could he really launch it besides Ethereum without like giving counterparty risk from a third party like Solana? Let's see. I think RH has been celebrating 1 mil in the sack. I know it's. I think at this point we were at a couple 100 million on PulseX by now.
Yeah, or at least at like 50 million.
Yeah, I think the community says stream Fat Man. I mean, that's, you know,
yeah, true.
The chain, I've said this, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say this to the chat. I'm saying it because you guys right now, because this is my first video back. If Richard was streaming at least a moderate amount this entire time, Pulse Chain would probably, worst case, would be 1.5 times sack right now. We'd be kind of like, oh, it hasn't really done, but it wouldn't be down that bad.
Right.
So means the average sacrifice groups that were like at least top 20 wallets would all be up 5 to 10x from the bottom, basically, or whatever. Because it still would have crashed down. You know, the crash still would have happened, right? But we'd at least be like at a 1.5, like Pulse. So Pulse Chain would probably be 2 times sack to 1.5 sack, and Pulse Sacks would be now like barely underneath it. Well, that's where we'd be right now.
We already know most people in the community, like of most people, not the whales necessarily, but most people in the community usually keep some of the winnings within the chain. So it'd have more liquidity that would be sloshing around within the chain. Yeah, it would be buying and selling and trading around and stuff for sure, but it would still create more activity within the chain because, yeah, some people would exit some money, but not quite as much as the whales have been doing. And we saw that at the end of the last market because most people took Hex and sacrificed it for Pulse Chain. So a lot of the community is willing to kind of reinvest in the community as like each cycle the community could improve. But because none of those, what do you call it, wasn't really given that much of a chance because, you know, he had a lot of excuses with the law stuff, which, you know, for the SEC stuff made sense, right? But for the Interpol stuff, I'm like, you know, that's just weak sauce. But it could have been, I would say, decent instead of, you know, just what it's been.
So Justified Misogyny said, 369, damn, she fine, right? He had said that my altcoins are down by 50%. I can explain to you with one chart. I can tell you why. Solana is down by 50% from its all-time high. The main retail speculation chain is Solana this cycle, and it's down 50%. So if your alts are down 50%, it's because it's also tracking Solana down as well. Because there's a lot of wealth. Like I bought Solana at $16. A ton of our guys bought it at $12 or $8 or $7. and it's been a fucking runner. And then on top of that, we took our Solana and bought meme coins, and they fucking went up a lot. And then I rolled that money back into fucking Sol. So like, I'm up a lot on Sol right now. Even at $100 and whatever, $30-$40, it's I'm holding. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I'm not worried. No, I'm not. I know who you are, brother.
Yeah, and usually
but like that is a real reason.
Yeah, and usually when like I think sometimes people misunderstand. Like when we talk, somebody brings a point up, allows us to riff off of something, and then we talk about it in general, so the whole audience can kind of take something useful from it.
Look at this, right? Apple is one of the most profitable companies on the planet. Literally has product market fit. Everyone has their phones, or basically really invented the smartphone category to where it is today, right?
Yeah.
But let's be honest, and I'm saying this with respect because I actually do like the CEO, but like the CEO he is not like he is basically a more of like, the Japanese thing of improved slightly over time.
Yeah,
where like Steve Jobs was an innovator if you only call him an ideas guy, but whatever, if you call him an ideas guy, but he created entire segments. I mean, I think one of the last things he did before he died was he made sure that the iPad got created before, and then since then, what has been created since the iPad? Fucking nothing. I mean, wireless headphones. Like that's, I mean, and then maybe like the Apple glasses, which kind of flopped. At one point, those goggles or whatever, the augmented reality stuff isn't going to flop. It is going, one day it will, right? There's so much anime about fucking playing video games in other worlds that it's like the dweebs one day will be. It's that segment is so powerful of escaping your reality that it is going to be one day there's going to be a company like EVE Online in the virtual world. I can finally be a trans. I can finally be a trans twink like I've always wanted to be with a flaming sword. People, that will be the biggest company on the planet, but it's not now. It's probably in 30 years, probably 30 years, but 20 years from now, it'll be like janky. 30 years from now, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But it's going to but it's so far away because the tech hasn't caught up. Just like the tech, there's so many ideas. Like if you look at like old, if you look at something like Dune, right? Which a ton of sci-fi is based off of Dune. Yeah. Or Star Trek, right? There's just tech wasn't there, and some of the Star Trek tech is coming now. It's already here. You can FaceTime people. That was on Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
They sort of had a mobile phone, but like it was true. You could you could like
this whole ship is running off of 1 gigabyte. What's a gigabyte? Yeah.
Now I don't even know what it's called now, but it's
what's
more
a
than
petabyte.
Petabyte.
Yeah, we have tons. Yeah.
Batman VR game was really cool. Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and it's like Black Mirror. These shows that like, what if in the future? Like one of my favorite episodes of Black Mirror is like when everyone, and it's probably one of the most realistic episodes. It's just a little dark, but realistic episodes was like everyone has basically contact lenses that record everything you do.
Their memories,
and everyone wears them all the time, and you can kind of go revisit like what happened during that interview.
Yeah,
you cycle back. That's probably one of the realest uses of it because like the guy used it to find out his wife cheated on him because you know how girls are always fucking doing their makeup and shit, right, on the thing, right? And then of course, what do you do when girls do their makeup and scroll on the phone just like everyone shits on the toilet and is fucking on Instagram, right? And the girl's scrolling back while she's doing her makeup, and then one of the scenes she's scrolling back to and stuff, he just saw it for a second, but because recording, he saw it, and there's this whole thing of her getting grasped by his best friend fucking his girl. Damn. And he's like, oh, and then he looked at the date when it was. That was right at the same time the kid, like 9 months before the kid was born. Woo. So then he's like, he tested the kid, it wasn't his. And it's the truest shit in the world. 100% that'll happen. 100%. Because everyone gets caught slipping.
Then you get the Meta glasses, like there was something that happened with Meta glasses, like something like that probably already, right?
Tons of stuff. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way to cheat. Like, I mean, and there's a way to get caught cheating. Yeah. And like girls are like the expert. Like they're like they've been like, if you're like, do you think they invented privacy glass on mobile phones because of dudes? They invented it because of girls.
Yeah.
To cheat. Because it's like if your girl has a privacy glass, dog, come on. I mean, a little. I mean, sure, not really, but like a little bit, like something, bro.
What if she's a robot girlfriend?
Robot side chicks.
Robot side chicks. That's right. Yeah.
There was some other, like, it wasn't Black Mirror or something, but it's some other thing where like
I have thought about getting privacy glass because like I've been on plates.
Like the lady was like basically sick of her husband. And like when she was sick of her husband, she was like, "Oh yeah, you can get that like doll or whatever, so that you don't have to have sex. We don't have to have sex as much."
Okay.
Right. And then I think the doll realizes that the more the guy falls in love with the robot or whatever, the more like resources it can get. and then eventually it convinces him to divorce his wife.
Nice.
I'm like, oh man, one of these days. But,
future's
yeah.
gonna be insane.
No, on the plane, the glass is useful.
Yeah, it's just like something that's kind of weird. I've caught a couple people looking over my shoulder at what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck? And it's very strange. I'm like, I've thought about that privacy glass thing, so I've thought about that too. But like, that's actually using it for utility versus like, hey, I'm cheating, hey, on the low and stuff like that.
Like when you're going on to work on the train in Tokyo,
yeah,
like you need that shit.
Sardine packed.
Yeah. I know. Like we used to not use phones. You used to be on the Tokyo train and stuff. Like, and we used to be like in the moment and stuff. And like girls used to get groped, But nowadays, everyone's on their cell phones.
It still happens, but yeah. The Chicon.
I love those arguments. It's like, man, like there's this. They show pictures of like World War II happening or like a giant war. Look at people in the moment. I hate those things too. Of like people used to be in the moment. No, people used to be on trains with a fucking newspaper covered like this, not to pay attention to people. Dude, people are trying to disassociate all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyways,
the Sony Walkman was a revolution.
It really was. No, the anti-skip feature shit on the CDs. Oh my god! I remember I used to have one of the old CD players that didn't have the skip. I forgot what it's called. It was like Dr. Skip or whatever. And I would be and then it's like we used to have them in Mexico, and then we drive on a truck on bumpy road, and it's like, man, fucking take this shit off. God damn it! And the old truck stereos when we first got CDs also didn't. You used to the CD would like fucking turn the song off all the time as well until like they fixed it up and stuff. Yeah,
we're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting old. But this is why, like, we still have hope because we remember the old world and we're in the new world.
Yeah,
we're adults in the new world. But it's like, it's also this whole thing too. Like Zoomers are trying to call like millennials boomers when like Zoomers are aging worse than dog shit. Like literally, millennials look younger than Zoomers. Zoomers look like they're cooked.
Well, I mean, I can't blame Zoomers for being a little bit more doomer than the millennials are, just because. They I think me and Kyle were speaking about this earlier. They didn't even get like as much of the chance to really experience the analog world, right? And so there's certain like aspects of life. There's still aspects to life that they didn't quite experience the same way. And then in terms of opportunity, like we thought we had less opportunity than the boomers. Fucking Zoomers
which
have
is true,
less,
though. Which is true.
Which is absolutely true. And then Zoomers have even less opportunity. That they're coming into. So
but it's almost like the life basics are always true. Like the shit of like work hard, save up, get a house. It's actually incredibly good advice. Invest and start a business. But the hard part is like there wasn't YouTube and there wasn't the information we had. That was the main bonus we had is like we had like social media and YouTube to like learn everything. Like
there's different tools because like with AI, like compared to what do you call it, basic PCs. Like AI is way more, useful. So like you like as a whole, the society is gonna like kind of go down that normal path. But for the people who actually utilize the resources, I mean, technically we have more opportunity right now than at any time in human history. I mean, money was never printed by anybody except for governments, kings, everybody who's in power. Now we can print our own money on pump.fun.
Yeah, it would be launching a meme
exactly, right? And so like now we got the printing press, like maybe that's a little bit of a shitty printing press comparatively, but we still got it, right? Which we never had in human history. So like things are changing.
COVID definitely fucked our generation
a bit. I mean, it fucked this wasn't just a Zoomer thing. It was everybody. Because there's tons of people that like you woke up like, I could just be at my house more. And like, I do think slightly there was more kids born, like COVID babies, but like there was a bunch of women that like, I think that was the peak of feminism.
There's a certain amount that got taken out from that too, but
yes, right.
People ain't talking about that.
But there is like the peak of feminism in the real world peaked in COVID because it was the rugging of having to go back to work. I think a lot of women decided, this feminism shit is not it. Because I'm starting to see a lot of women going like, how did we get hustled into working?
Yep.
How did we get hustled into working? It's starting to happen. And two, part of it too is also age. Like women are like a lot, the millennial women are basically cooked at this point. Like only the youngest girls in 96, 97, technically Zoomer, but like the youngest Zoomer, the youngest millennial chicks are getting up there in age and time's clicking and most it's already too late for most of the millennial chicks already. Like any millennial chick born in the 80s, bro, is cooked already at this point. And if you don't have your shit together, it's pretty bad. I mean, like how old would you be? Like you'd be in 35, 36. Yeah, that's 89. Or like,
yeah, I agree with Leo. Don't date millennials anymore. Hey.
Yeah, basically, yeah, for the most part and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I said this back in the day to Rolo like years ago that I said, millennial dudes are gonna be fucking all the Zoomer chicks.
Yeah,
but at the time, Zoomer chicks were kind of young. I said this in the future. Now, yeah, like if I was to redate anybody, yeah, it would be a Zoomer chick. Yeah, what?
And a lot of them prefer it too.
Yeah, busting out the maps. What? What? I don't understand.
Maps from
the GPS thing. What's up with everybody's weird ass names now? They all have
it's YouTube.
YouTube changed a lot of people's login usernames and stuff.
Basically, it goes off of their actual Gmail or the email that they use, so it switches it up. You can change it on YouTube.
Let's see. Once Zoomers get out of working, they realize life is. They realize life
is almost unattainable.
Yeah,
unless they DCC
because of inflation, life inflation, like everything. Yeah,
but it's not unobtainable. Like the thing is, all right.
Well, it's less attainable than it was for 3 raspberries that the boomers bought their houses
it's
for.
also information overload, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have so much shit. You have to think. You guys had the red pill, whatever. Now we have to think about looks maxing, height max, all this other shit. Where quantifies.
But that's always was true, though.
Well, you're right. You're right.
Always
the only difference, the main difference, right, is
I'm right.
Yeah, you had GQ. And Vogue,
VHS.
Vogue, and all these magazines being like, "Here's the pinnacle human." Right now, you have everybody basically face apping themselves, pretending that they look better than they are, that they have a better life than they are, and it's because it's happening over a larger group of people, right? That for the Zoomers has a certain psychological effect that we haven't seen before in human history. So I give it that.
It's the advertisement thing, right?
It's more
Pushed
inundative.
to your face,
yeah,
right.
It's more like your peer group,
exactly.
So it seems like it's real, and like if you haven't experienced without that in life, like it's easier to kind of fall into that belief. To be basically a little bit more naive when it comes to the internet.
It's because it's like fed to you. That's the thing.
Yeah,
and it's
literally fed to you straight from the algorithm.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
versus the magazine culture, right, or newspaper culture, all that stuff. It was fed to you, but like literally, you'd go outside and touch grass every day.
Yeah,
yeah. We just didn't have terms for it. That's also another thing too. Is like like gravity always existed, but until someone discovered, like, there is gravity.
That's why you couldn't
and it's until it's like right, and it's until it's like so much information all at once. I agree, like that people won't notice.
You couldn't quantify how fucked you were. That's really what the doomerism in my generation is. That you couldn't quantify how fucked you were.
And now all you have to do is log into Aaron Clary's website if you're female.
Yep, exactly.
No, but didn't they know how? I mean, the biggest crybaby generation. I mean, the Zoomers are coming up there already, but like,
every new generation. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Fucking, let's be. Come on,
latchkey kids, bro.
But they weren't. But Miguel, they were never crybabies because they don't cry.
I'm big tough. I ride a motorcycle and shit on my back.
I don't care, Miguel. I really don't care. Like, right, crying in the corner themselves asleep.
Yeah, I look. Okay.
Making fun of generations is easy.
It's so easy
because it's so just blanket statement.
We're sitting on a throne. We're sitting on a throne of awesomeness, being millennials. It's like, dude, let's be. Xers have been crying before I even knew why they're crying. They've been crying forever. Like, man, the boomers really fucked us, and they're in control right now. So shut the fuck up. Like, they really are. The boomers are.
But they
really
don't have the numbers to have much of an impact.
I know, but like Drake.
Yes.
Just born sooner. Like
just born sooner. Cope.
Yeah, cope. Born too late to be in the Renaissance. Born too early to be in the stars. Just in time to be a wage cuck. But everyone was a wage cuck. Oh, there's always been wage cucks. You were going to be a landed serf where you're tied to the land. Isn't that wage cuckum?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have been, fuck this shit. I'm going to be a bandito, or I'm going to join the Crusades and fucking be down there. There's actually this whole thing too. I've been watching shit on the Crusades where like there's people that like went on pilgrimage being like, fuck, I'm going to be on the first Crusade. And they were like, I want to join up. And they got, okay, we'll give you some weapons here, go fight. And they eventually got to the point where like, they were basically becoming like knights down there. And they were like, fuck, man. over there in England, dude, I was eating fucking onion soup. Would eat meat once on the king's birthday. Now I eat meat every fucking week. I got 2 bitches down here. I'm making gold and silver. I'm making silver the first time in my life. And I got a Marauder band with me and the homies, dog.
And about once
going back to England.
And about once a month, we're what do you call it? Roasting Muslims on spits. You know, hey,
shit. Just like they did to us.
just like the olden times. No. Like, I mean, but like, yeah. So I mean, if we were to go back in history, like it'd be interesting to choose a time period and a place, like a time and place, and be like, okay, in this period of history, based on your actions of what you've done during this period of time in history in your life, what would you have been in that life? That'd be fucking hilarious to kind of see the correlations.
If my ancestors are anything to it, it would have been conquistador, then cristero, then fucking corn farmer.
Yeah, I think both of our families end up in farmer territory, which is kind of funny.
Farmers
and now we're just fucking digital farmers here in the land of cultivating crypto, the land of degeneration. Hey, you know, it saved your ass on Sonic.
Yeah, but I know it really did and shit. But like. It's true though. Is you got to take risks. Like my parents too. Like my parent, like my dad. Like so, if my parents didn't decide, like, man, this shit's so bad here in Mexico, fuck it, I'm gonna cross the border and like leave everyone behind and try to make a better life. And they fucking they risk and they succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a better life. And now they're traveling to Vegas anytime they fucking want and do anything they want. Like they're having a good time and shit. But you have to risk. The same thing too. It's like the thing. If like this is my main gripe with like the Zoomers a little bit too. It's just true. It's like, regardless or not, you still got to do something, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right? So it's like, if you really like, man, kids are so expensive. Man, shut the fuck up. Everyone can have kids with no money.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Easy.
and throughout history, no one had money. They all had kids. Now, granted, people had farms or they had some sort of like having more kids in the countryside was more beneficial.
Useful, yeah.
But regardless or not, everyone could have 2 kids. You can do it. And like they're like even if let's say we lived in this
how
place,
much do diapers cost? How much does food cost for a baby? Like
if you throw a baby shower, bro, I barely have
just
started buying.
That's different. That's different. Right. Yeah, that's the other thing, right?
Community used to get
they give you a ton.
They give you a ton of
That's
stuff.
true.
And I don't care what culture you're from, white, black, Asian. If you have a baby, everyone's like, fuck yeah, everyone would give you gifts and help you. It was a communal thing until recently that we've just like, no, I can't live with my parents because people hate their parents for some reason, which I find really strange.
It's because
some parents I understand. Some parents are like fucking
that's assuming you have a support system, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
But even then, all right, like if everyone, I've said this before, how do you fix the economy? I could fix it in 3 seconds. Everybody who has kids that still can have kids, and obviously, if you're 60, it's over, right? But like,
unless you're Al Pacino or Bill Belichick.
I was supposed to talk about the woman's side, but like, Bill Belichick clapping 90-year-old cheeks.
I think it was
Jordans.
I think it was.
Leo's out here doing 28-year-olds now.
I forget. No, 27 and below only.
No, not anymore.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah, he just like
there was
downgraded.
There was some president. I can't remember which president, but basically his grandson was still alive.
Monroe? Yeah,
it might have been like it was the early days.
Yeah,
but it was like his dad like had died. Like his dad was born when the president was like 80, and it was always with the side chick.
Yeah.
Too. And then like and then he was born when his dad was like 75 with his dad's side chick. And then now he's that age and he's just like, I'm not going to do my wife like that.
All right.
And so he's just like, nah.
Justified misogyny. Okay.
That's how you keep the lineage going.
Okay. It's hard to get pussy when living with your parents, bro. I did it.
I did it.
One of the first, actually, wait. Hold up.
Depends on what age you are.
Besides you're right. And I still know bum motherfuckers fucking chicks at their mom's house.
Sure. But also this is more tortas.
We're fucking. This is cope right now. We're in Zoomer cope right now with these two.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. I smashed many a chicks in cars.
And to be honest, there can be a little exciting.
I learned how to like.
Yeah, you gotta.
Okay, that is the worst though. I'm not lying. Like
some families don't care, but hey,
it is very hard to clap cheeks when your parents are in the next room. I'm not gonna lie, it's true, but I've done it. I become like a fucking mattress ninja. If there's a will, there's a way. Have you seen that thing where like there's a small dog and there's this big ass fucking like Doberman, and this small Chihuahua somehow found a way to climb on top of the fence. They're there's fence. He's fucking this giant dog. There's a will, there's a way.
You ever see the opposite where where that happens, and then like the kid's coming around, and then every time the Doberman sees it, it's just like, fuck, bro.
There is a way, but like, look. You're right. So scroll back up to like, there's like this thing about money, about 800,000. Okay, that one's now. This is not just white people. This is everybody. This is a lot because this
800,000 a year.
I know that's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
That is insane. Like you less than 100K.
Yeah, but okay. So let me explain this. So this is also so like there's a reason on Apple
800.
There's a reason on the Apple phones. It's the Apple. Right, which is the curse, the knowledge you're not supposed to have.
Right,
which wasn't lost on me, like fucking Steve Jobs.
Yeah,
but like
bite out of it,
bite out of the apple. To learn all the forbidden knowledge. Right, but a part of it too is because of the information age, the FIRE movement, the FIFU movement, the FIRE movement, which is the retire early movement and stuff like that. These guys have like it really showed like what kind of money you need to retire and all this stuff, and all the financial YouTubing is really the reason why most people now know about more, because people were more stupid about money back in the day. Sure, you could afford more stuff, but people have always complained the rent's damn too high. Fucking $1 for a loaf of bread. You can go back even more time. 3 pence for a fucking hotel room.
More than 20 cents for a cup of coffee.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
Highway robbery. I remember it so clearly from 2011 to 2020. Motherfuckers are like, you pay $5 for a Starbucks coffee? How are you going to retire? Shut the fuck up. Like, do you know if you invested $5 of that coffee daily or the pack of cigarettes, you would have a Ferrari, but Ferrari would be 10 times, 20 times more expensive than that. So
by the time we get there,
shut up. Yep. Shut up. No.
Or you'd be dead.
The math only math when inflation was lower. And then the math didn't math during the 70s because inflation was like this during the 70s.
This right here. Women are not minimalists.
Wait, so my parents got 12
of us, no money. They're immigrants, and it's possible to have kids with less than 30K.
Oh, absolutely.
30K or less.
So here
I think where is it that they start giving you like a lot of support? Isn't it like under 20K and like you're technically in poverty, and then like basically the government will give you money?
I think it's 30s.
Is it 30s now?
40s.
It's 30s now, but back in the day it was like 20s and
10,000. Yeah, there's like a poverty level zone or something now.
I'm surprised they lifted it at all, because usually governments like take forever to lift anything like that.
But it just gets to a point where like, hey man, it's insane.
It gets bad.
Yeah. But and the thing is, all we're talking this is, and the people think you guys are going off a topic. No, this is completely on topic, because we're talking about generational wealth and everything. This all has to do with itself. It all has to do with the red pill. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. If you really wanted kids, you will like talk to your wife, or your girlfriend, or your chick or shit. You will have those kids. I know bum motherfuckers that have like,
dude, all you have to do is just not pull out one time. You're good.
Bro, I know so many motherfuckers from high school that have kids
because I know it's true, but god damn it,
that's the easy part.
I'm not a one pump chump.
It's just like, who are you left with is the question.
But it's true. You could solve the economy. Every couple that could have kids, that have kids, if everyone on average had 3 kids, right? You have some overperformers that have 4 kids. Economy, like literally the U.S. economy go like this within 2 years. If just the birth rate went to like, holy fuck, the birth rate has gone to 3, because replacement rate is at 2.1. That means the average.
What are we at now?
We're at 1.7. Okay. We're below replacement right now. Kyle could look up the current data on it, but it probably is going down right now. But U.S. replacement rate
2.1, yeah,
2.1. Damn, off the
where does it
1.62 right now, 2023.
But during COVID, it spiked up to almost back to 2% again.
Okay,
so COVID babies, of course. But and actually, you want to know something really cool? So if you have a kid born from 2025 to 2028, the government is going to put $1,000 into a retirement fund for them in the stock market that they get at 65. So that $1,000 that actually will compound into something okay.
I don't know. They said Social Security is going to be a thing. That ain't happening.
No, but it's a grift. It's a grift. They're gonna steal money from it, but it is still more money than people are gonna have. It's just like
true. It's better than zero.
That would be, because that's actually something they do in these other countries. Like what is that country that has the stock market? I mean, the fund for the guys. Was it Holland? No, Netherlands, or like they basically have like a stock portfolio they have for the country. Their sovereign wealth funds.
It's like a 401k for the country or something.
So like they put a certain amount of money for every citizen, basically. Yeah. But anyway, it's a smart thing to do. Yeah. If we had been putting money away from people, now obviously it's sort of when you see a big amount of capital like that, that's like almost like the Teamsters money, giving money that way. That like the power is not really like the money is growing, but it's like who are they giving loans to
Norway?
with that money? That's the juice. But Norway, yeah, $2.1 trillion.
Did what?
Australia, yeah, 400K per citizen. But in reality, okay, if I'm being for real, now obviously, look, I live here on the West. I've lived in California. I live here in Vegas. But like, obviously, like the real, if I were to tell you the real number of like how much money you need to live really comfortably in America, I'm gonna give you a number: single versus married or cohabitating with somebody and starting a family. Okay, if you make $160 single, you're balling. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're doing
easy.
okay.
Easy money.
Easy money. Single. If you're with somebody, realistically, you probably need about like 220 to 300,000, and you're not tripping about shit.
Yeah,
you're not
basically like
outside of living at the really high rent areas.
Yeah,
like
you're saying like 150 per person.
Yes,
coastable.
Yeah, is very, very easy, and like a little bit less than that, like a little bit less than double what the single person would have. Like is fine as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
100K singles. It is true. It all depends on what you're spending, but like that extra 50K is where I get all my
and,
toys.
And where and where you're basically living, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're living in Nashville, living Vegas, Los Angeles, New York, like completely different situations.
Yeah, there's entire pull up Kyle, on the computer. Pull up the amount of money needed to live by demographic. There's a whole thing where like they've done studies and asked like different generations how much money they need to survive. And it's pretty alarming. The Zoomers are like to a point where like I need $320,000 as a single person to to live the lifestyle I want, because they've seen this. Is also the problem is like monkey see, monkey do. They're seeing the 1% and the people you would never see in the world, and it's literally brain rotted. Generate the Zoomer generation,
right?
Like, yeah. So let's see it. Okay, so it says.
Hold on, let me go here.
Okay, I can't even read it.
Yeah.
Shit, my bad.
Give me a sec.
Okay. So Gen Z and millennials having higher salary expectations for a comfortable life. Okay. Gen Z, some believe at least 100,000. No, I've seen way higher ones than that.
Well, this is just off Google.
Yeah, this is off of Google. I'll have to find it. I'll do it for another stream. But like, basically, the older generations you need less, and the newer ones. The difference between the millennial and the Zoomer one is so outrageous. If I showed you it, Charlie, you couldn't believe what these dumb motherfuckers believe.
Oh, this is what people think.
They think they need.
Oh, okay, not actually what they do need. Oh, okay, okay.
So it was like 300,000 or 400,000.
Wow.
For the Zoomers. And millennials are like, we look normal, like, yeah, dude, I'd love to make 110, 120, that'd be cool. And the Zoomers are like, I need $400,000.
Yeah,
like,
I know for the
Jesus.
millennials where that number comes from, because that's like, what do you call it? That was a really good salary about 5 years after college.
Yeah.
So that would have been mid 2010s, right? 2015.
And we're playing catch up right now.
Right.
Most of the generation, not us, but like most of the generations playing catch up on that.
Right, because of the inflation and currency devaluation. Yeah.
Or losing a job.
All of that, yeah.
So dang, I'm gonna make 160. You can make more, and I will trust you. It is not that hard, and I say that, but like it was fucking difficult.
And it also depends on what age you are, where you are, all that stuff, right? Like if you're at 25 years old making 60K a year, great, right? By the time you get to 30, like let's double that.
Yeah,
that's something that you can do definitely.
Yeah. With the small business, it's almost look, this is the problem. Is like I'm also cooked in shit because like overachiever and shit, and we're overachievers and shit. And like
okay, so let's give some perspective on that. The last guy that I hired into a position before I left recruitment in Tokyo, and in Tokyo the salaries for executives is lower, especially because a lot of them are going to be subsidiaries if it's a international organization like this one was.
Leave LA.
Yeah, it was basically for the CEO of this company called TeamViewer, which is a software that tech support can use to basically solve things on a computer remotely. And I got him about $330,000. And they'd been trying to hire this guy to start an office for like 3 or 4 years, something like that. I did it within 6 months. Booyah. Our HR lady got fired like 2 months later. Like, oops. But
that wasn't the picnic lady, was it?
No, that was a different story. Very different story.
Okay.
But
that's still one of the wildest stories you've told me.
Yeah, there's all sorts of them in Tokyo. But anyways, so $330,000 to open a new branch. I was like, hell, this guy's making hella money, right? This is great. And he was, what do you call it? He did e-commerce for Lenovo and Adobe for their Japan branch. So I'm like, I asked him once, I'm like, bro, why don't you start your own business? You're like an e-commerce legend. You've done it for these giant, Fortune 500 companies. You know how to do it for yourself. You're making decent money. You've already probably saved a bunch, right? Like, why not, branch off into your own thing? He's like, well, it's easier to be in a company, right? It's easier, to have that kind of social clout to some extent, because you do get that from being in a company in Japan, because it's more like your family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I thought at that time, I was like, $330,000 a year. This is freaking amazing. Like, I wish I could make that much salary.
Yeah.
To get to that level as a recruiter. Like, the amount of, you almost have to go and start your own, like, what do you call it? Recruitment firm.
Yeah.
But if you're with a recruitment firm, like, there's a glass ceiling of like $200K, because only people making more than that. I'm talking about Tokyo as it was, 5 years ago.
You're talking about positions with salary or like sales and they cap you?
Both.
Jesus.
Because they won't cap you with the sales.
Okay.
But technically speaking, like, you can only do so much because you are an individual person. Even the Japanese people who had teams under them only got to certain levels. And then, of course, the CEO and the C-level people are going to get paid more, right? And so unless you're like the top 1 to 5%, you get to that C-level board, then you're not going to ever make those amounts of money. And so, like, whatever your parameters of your environment is, if you're in Silicon Valley, maybe that number is $1 million instead of, $300,000 or whatever it is. But that's what I realized after I left the corporate world, was when you're in corporate, like, there's literally these glass ceilings in different areas. Yeah. And once you get to those areas, you have to be part of the let's say 5%, top 5%. And even if you get to that, you're already probably aging out of that. And once you get to the age of about 55 to 60, you're fucked no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, you're just screwed unless you own your own business at that point. So, like, my logic at the time was like, run my own business now and take the risk. And if I fail in 5 years, I can come back to the same exact fucking job. The only thing I missed was getting promoted to middle management, right? Which who gives a fuck? Yeah. Versus wait until I'm 55, try to do the same thing. How likely are you going to be up on trends and like
energy,
really, like
on top of that,
energy? Yeah. Exactly. The only person I know, like, that I've heard of, right, that made that crazy of an impact at that age is like, was the guy that started McDonald's, Ray Kroc. Yeah. And he had to wheel.
You mean took McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly. Stole it. Right. He had to
Shout
wheel
out to my boy from KFC, dog.
he had to wheel and deal
from him, and they stole it from him.
Yeah. They had to wheel and deal that crazy shit to like get to that level. And so it's just like, if you kind of feel like, oh shit, the next couple levels above me in whatever lane you're in right now, like, there's such a cap on that maybe I should like take the knowledge and stuff I have and like kind of like pivot to something else that maybe has at least has a higher ceiling, right? Like, maybe I'm not an engineer, but I can become a prompt engineer, through AI and stuff like that. But like, you're right. Like, once you do start out of the corporate world into your own business, or like you really start scaling and that type of stuff, it does kind of warp your perception
of it. Yeah. Cause you're more closer to the money, and like the like, obviously the pitfalls can hurt you, but like, the thing is, I also see it too, because like
risk management becomes very much important at that point,
right? Because another part too of it, like, you also can use social media. Like, the big thing is if you can have even a food. If I had a food truck and I was able, and I know what I know about social media, I could probably go mini viral in the city, and I'd be making pretty good income on a food truck, believe it or not. And that, and I'd probably end up owning multiple food trucks over time, or making a brand out of that in the event. If I was doing a restaurant today, I would scale it using taco stands, food trucks, and then eventually I'd have such a fucking empire there that I'd be able to subsidize a real restaurant opening. And then if the restaurant fails, I still got the profitable side of my business.
And you might not even want to start a restaurant because you just know that game so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want an HQ somewhere. But if it just failed, it's like me and Charlie talked about it. Everything went to shit. We go back to a fucking cardboard box and stream. We don't care. We just keep going.
There was that one guy in Brazil who collected aluminum cans for like the last 5 or 10 years.
What a G,
and
bro.
like bought like a whole Bitcoin with it. I was like, oh yeah, that's what we'd be doing.
So there's so much power in just focusing on one thing. I could really, the thing I become famous for? I've become famous for actually having good carne asada tacos. And I'm the carne asada tacos are
bland shit.
Disgusting, bro. They're just sourcing it bad.
And chewy ass meat.
You know what I'd go? I'd probably go to auctions to buy herd and cattle and just fucking I'd basically go buy cows cheaper and shit, and then have them fucking butchered and then have my meat come that way. That's probably the way to do it realistically. But like people are going, maybe not economical, but it'll be like, no, I choose the head of cattle. And that'd be, that's like the way like people like, well, every individual cow I choose, you're eating Lucy today. But people are really into that.
Give them a whole story.
Look at Bjorn over here. He opened a restaurant 2 months ago. Now he makes $1,000 a day. Woo!
Yeah! Congratulations, bro.
Man.
Yeah. 1% right there, because like restaurant business is tough, dog.
One of the hardest.
Keep going out. Do not stop. He's like, don't get comfortable with $1,000 a day, because you could have a bad year.
Well, yeah, the thing with restaurants that like it often happens, right? You open up, you get a big bang because it's new, right? And then after a few months or a year or something, it starts to be a ghost town. Nobody's lining up anymore, right? So you gotta really service those first new customers. Make sure that they're gonna be return customers.
Yeah, and the cool thing is the restaurant's for dogs. Damn, woof woof, motherfucker. But it's and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And the cool thing, I've seen a lot of restaurants. This is kind of cool. It's harder to do this. We have to plan a lot. But there's restaurants where the way they keep it fresh is like they pick one holiday to be like their main thing. So like I go all out for like you'd go all out for Halloween for the whole month of Halloween. Your whole restaurant turns Halloween, and people are like, that could like literally like
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, like cool. But like it's pretty cool, dude. But there's so much, but like the upside of having your own business and like working hard, because you can, like, I was able to make 100,000 on like a business back in the day with like, and it was hard that there wasn't that many gurus telling you could do that. It was just, I was just basing off of like, because I would hear, I got sort of like imprinted on by like listening to all the over, like, I didn't know this was not the wrong way, but like I listened to tons of people on YouTube and like, what do you call them? Digital nomads talking about like, I have $100,000 and $200,000 business, but being a digital nomad. And I was like, I could do that with my landscape business, maybe. Fucking really hard, but I did it. And they were talking about, and I didn't realize they were really mostly talking about e-commerce business, not like a physical business. And then two at the time, like there was no, I mean, it's true.
Like, might be a little different.
But then, but I chose the correct path, because what ended up happening, like I even back then knew like there's too many people doing these jobs, because it didn't make sense. I was going to economics. So what job could I get? I don't know. And like I remember teachers lying to me, telling me like, you just get an English degree, you get $100,000.
Yeah, they're just saying like, do whatever just get a college degree, and do whatever,
do whatever.
Like that's pretty much the advice we got when we were in college,
it was bad,
or even high school. Most of the time, it's just like, as long as you got a degree, you'll get paid, $100K eventually.
You can't be as fucked as Generation Z with everyone going into CS and like cybersecurity and all AI taking all their jobs.
I'm at 4K, my first goal. So what I would tell you, like, my limited knowledge about food, but obviously I'm very well versed, is get to the 4K, have a fuck ton of savings, and obviously please cleanly food. Make sure your areas are really clean. I shouldn't tell you that. You should know that, but like super clean food. So. But from there is take a portion of that money, invest into advertising. Keep the advertising. If people don't know you exist, they don't know you at all. Basically.
Well, and also don't water down your product. Don't like all of a sudden like be like, okay, I'm so good now. Now I gotta like increase profits. It's like always treat the customer extremely well, right? So if your product and service is giving more value than they're receiving, or that they feel they're receiving, right? That's good. And so why do we give so much information when we go on YouTube and in the crypto mindset courses? So people are like, it's too much information. It's overwhelming. Great. Right. That's what we want to do. We want to over deliver. We want to make sure that you guys get more information. Like we give you guys the entire tapestry of crypto within 2 weeks, right? In the crypto mindset course. Where else are you going to get that? Zero. There's nowhere else you can get that in crypto. Absolutely. So like, if you're like the only place in town that actually is like serving, let's say like a proper steak, let's say everybody else fucks it up somehow. They get a shitty cow, whatever it is, they're skimping on stuff and you're making a lot of money, right? Don't start skimping. I think whenever I see like successful places and then they start getting cheap, right? They start pulling it back because they want to be profit maxis and stuff like that. And then you start seeing their top line just go,
now, Can I ask what kind of restaurant it is? If you don't mind telling us, you don't have to tell us a name or nothing, but like
Hooters V2, I like V2. It. There we go. Wow. That's what we need that. We need that in this world, though.
It's Hooters, but with Goss.
It's a Hooter fork.
Wow. Okay. You take an investment. But if you could tell us what kind of business, I mean, what kind of food type it is, I would love to know. Obviously, you don't have to disclose the name. Don't worry.
And then people saying like, "Oh, only broke kids are
Now-
on TikTok." That's cap. That's cap when it comes to food.
Might be the
yeah.
majority, but like the people who are creating the TikToks, no.
You won't believe how many times
Yeah.
like when Kyle was younger, Kyle saw something and there's like, hey, can we go eat there? I would like, all right, Kyle, we'd all go eat where Kyle kind of wanted to go. Kids or even like teen or like those kind of like those kind of like young adults and stuff can get everyone else to go to try it out. And they're like, this food's so good, try this. Damn, this is good. Fuck, let me give me a plate from there.
People also forget that like the best way of advertisement it's by the way of mouth, like word, like through customer to customer.
Yeah,
it's like that should
sounds like a lovely establishment. Yes, very lovely, very lovely. But this is the whole thing is like we're our community. We've always pushed, keep improving yourselves. Don't quit your job. Obviously, it's a bad job. Like if it's a very low wage job, then whatever,
and if it's something that you're going to improve doing something else, and you can always come back to that later, great. You have a good, stopgap essentially.
Have like try to create viral content. Yeah, you can hire girls to do like little slap stuff and stuff. And it just the whole thing is like do more like crazier stuff on TikTok and do more like a little bit more reserved but still cool for the food on Instagram. And by hitting those two angles, you can go viral in your city and do really well for yourself.
I mean, Miguel, how many times do we see TikTok shop shit? And how many people are actually converting a shit ton of sales on that?
Yeah. One thing that I saw too is like, all right, so you guys will all remember this. I mean, well, maybe we're kind of old here. Remember you used to go to Taco Bell, you go to not Taco Bell, you used to go to like Jack in the Box, you order some fries and they'd always put one curly fry at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciated that a lot.
That kept me going.
Or an onion ring.
Yep.
That's some smart shit. So like one thing, like if people order a to-go thing, like I don't know, they're like, here's a free egg roll, try it out. Try out an egg roll. Like that, people would appreciate like, damn, these egg rolls are fucking heat. Or whatever, or some kind of low cost item that's not going to cost you a lot.
Have a free
to
meme
give away
coin playing.
Oh, what was it, Tom Lee?
Tom Lee bought 30 million. I'm saying, and you quit, and you guys fucking selling the. Look, worst case, like let me tell you, worst case, if
he was buying 300 million before.
Yeah, Charlie, don't say that out loud. But like all jokes aside, like if we're like in December still and it's like still not going, then it's something different, right? But like there's still time to recover and like. It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Yep.
Yeah. And Katy Perry still ain't singing.
She's tuning up, but she hasn't sang yet.
So with that, man, thank you guys so much for joining us, man. We're gonna have much more. I'm gonna have much more of these kind of streams about generational wealth and crypto and how to build bags, but like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, maybe like a privacy coin. Maybe you could have like a small position in Zcash / Monero longer term. Not now. If you want to, it's more risk. These are risk. Those two are risk assets because they're hyped right now. But later on, when everything crashes, that might be something long term to put a little money into because like they're going to have play. The privacy side. If this is showing anything where we're at in crypto, privacy is not dead. God damn, maybe it is. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, please check out Charlie's stream. It was like 4 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 3 hours and 40 minutes because everybody kept asking questions about different things in crypto, and I knew you were going to do a stream here, so I was also taking my sweet old time. But it was a really good stream. There's a lot of really good questions about: Are we in a bear market? Are we in a bull market? What are the technical levels? And so like if you really want to kind of see the different scenarios about what we're talking about with the charts, go back to the stream. We'll have timestamps by the morning. But usually if you kind of go over where we're looking at charts on the stream, that's usually where a lot of the market action was being discussed. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, and if you don't know what to buy USDC.
Correct.
So be in position to capitalize on those dips because a lot of times the exchanges will turn off. But if you buy on Ethereum, this is why like I was able to buy Pepe on that wick low was because I had USDC ready and I strike. I did have to pay more
in
gas.
Native DeFi wallet.
Yeah, native DeFi wallet and get your stuff off exchanges. The more supplies off exchanges, the more they're forced to have to buy supply up to sell.
Yep.
It's just the truth. So with that, man, thank you guys so much for joining us. I will be back tomorrow with the stream, you guys, and then we'll be back on Sunday, Moon Gang on Charlie's channel at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hey, time to DCA.